Isn't it weird that 9% of the global population owns 86% of global wealth? That in most businesses, 20% of a company's customers are responsible for 80% of the sales? And that 20% of the employees in that business are responsible for 80% of the results? Isn't it funny that probably 20% of your close friends account for 80% of your happiness? This reoccurring pattern of 20% of the efforts count for 80% of the results is called the Pareto Principle, or the 80-20 rule. In this video, I want to talk about the ways in which we can use this principle to our advantage in our own professional life. The first pointer to get in your head is that activity is not productivity. Productivity can only be made by a sense of priority. So instead of completing your to-do list as if every activity mattered equally, you need to filter it down and apply the 80-20 rule to it. This results in a very small to-do list, but it captures the things that actually matters. By doing these things, you can produce way more value in a lot less time. I mean, you can sit around all day answering emails and being busy, but that is not going to create the best product in your market, nor is it going to improve your skill in any way. A great question from the book The One Thing is, what is the one thing I can do such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? Asking this question will most likely bring up the most important activity you could be doing right now. The second and even bigger point is narrow focus towards your skill set. Not being a jack of all trades, but focusing and becoming the best in a niche in your field. Because when somebody wants something done, they will look to find the best suitable person. And just like you wouldn't use your pocket knife to cut your meat at home, they are not going to hire a jack of all trades to do a specific thing. They will have a choice. They can get a Stanley knife, a butcher's knife, a bread knife, a combat knife, or a pocket knife. And depending on the task they need to get done, they will choose the right knife. So decide which knife you want to be and fully focus on the skills required to fulfill that role. You may, for example, want to be a pocket knife and be able to function in a small business that cannot afford a different person for each task. But then fully focus on that type of skill set and apply for specific jobs that need the whole skill set. Do not go around applying for combat knife jobs if you're a pocket knife. We succeed mostly in spite of what we do rather than because of it. Only a handful of things really matters to you, and when you really focus all your energy on those things, you will blink out the masses. Because most people just scatter their focus and end up ordinary in everything. So concentrate your energy on one lane and be the best in that lane. This video is the first one in a mini-series on productivity in your working life. Check out the full playlist, it's linked over here and in the description. If you're a visual learner like me, or if you like this style of video using analogies and really painting pictures in your mind to convey concepts, consider subscribing to receive more of it in the future. See you in the next video.